Hi all, it's Darlene again. I hope you all had a chance to look at the first video in this series. It's in the description if you'd like, but it's poking a massive hole in Jono's new project, the Infinity System. Anyways, we're going to start tracing through the money trail here and just see how good it is. That is kind of my specialty. I have a background in the real world in finance and accounting, so I've been watching these and going, oh, no. So anyways, this guy asks, and this is just something to note because I'm going to get into this more. Do we have to pay for a prop firm's challenge fees separately as well? Congratulations, very interesting program, thank you. Yes. Well, all right. How much does that cost? Here you go. For a $200,000 account with this specific prop firm, it's $979. And I can tell you from personal experience, this is roundabout normal. This is bang on. $300,000, practically $1,400. Yeah, that is how much it costs. That's pretty standard across most all prop firms. So look at the guy at the top on the comments, what he says. I don't like the sound that you're throwing people in the deep end. No bot is 100% safe. That is 100% true. Yet, Jonah just kind of mulls at him. But anyways, it was that picture I mainly wanted to show you. Next. So, this guy says, sounds pretty awesome. Here's my question though. Are prop firms okay with A, someone else sitting the test for you, and B, running a bot in your account? Maybe they're a bot, maybe they are, but would love to confirmation on that first. What does Jono himself say? Yes, they are. Check the FAQs on FTMO's website regarding bots. Okay, so he asks the second question about running bots on your account, which absolutely, that's acceptable, not among all of them, but certainly among enough, in FTMO, MFF, any of the majors. So, yep, they're available for sure. Also, so he doesn't address that at all. He just goes on the bot thing. So someone else sitting the test for you, is that allowed? No. Look at my comment. No, they're absolutely not. And it refers you back to my original post. However, you will never see this on Axel's account because he's managed to shadow ban me for 14 days. It'll come back, but yeah, you won't be able to see it now. But this is what I put up, and he's taken down every one of my posts. And there's been a ton of posts of people that am asking just questions that he didn't like that he's been taking down as well. I've been noticing. Okay, so this guy here on the right asks, great, thanks for the excellent response. 1, do you have a community group where all other users ask questions and collaborate? Oh, let's see what the answer to that one is before we address number 2 and 3. Jono, 1, no, but we have an excellent support team. What? Okay. So there is no community group where other users can chat with each other. Therefore, if anything goes really right, well, they'll only be able to report to support. But that, it comes up later on, costs $200 a pop to call. Other than that, if things go wrong on them, can they discuss this with anybody other than Jono's support? Can they talk amongst their peers? Can they share notes? Can they do anything? Nope. Gotta call support. Comes up later on, support calls $200 a pop when you call. Yeah. So when he says there's no knowledge needed and there are no ongoing costs other than what you pay for Infinity. Well, that's just totally wrong, as you can see there. So, 2, gotcha. I'm glad to offer the $2,500. For me personally, it's a large amount of risk up front. That's why I'm wondering if it could be simply taken out of the first month's profits, or even the first 2 months in the case the profits aren't as high. This way, y'all will get paid and the risk is entirely zero. Well, here is something what's called account management. Now, Jonah's doing it in a slightly different way, but there's no way he is going to not take that upfront cost. That is where they're making their money. And if you guys fail or succeed, the rest is pretty much throwaway. So number 2, no, my team expects to be paid up front, as this is where most of our money is made. Really? Yeah. Well, if you go down, if you like go into my channel and go down, and you'll see where I expose Pass Your Challenge. They were doing account management as well, and I explained the whole scheme there. It's a different twist than this one, but it is the same, and FTMO has even put out warnings about this. Number 3, another commenter clarified how we are fronting the cost of prop firm challenge application fees. Any estimate of ranges of costs that will be? Thank you again. Cheers. Actually, he did provide that on the previous slide, right here, where it tells you it's going to be $1,000 or it's going to be $1,400, and that is what you're going to have to pay, period. So, bots get a slow and steady 2 to 3% per month. Sounds small, right? 2 to 3% of 200K equals 4,000 to 6,000 per month for doing nothing. Imagine that, an extra 4 to 6K coming into your bank account every month passively for doing nothing at all. Well, you're already seeing the extra costs that are coming. I mean, he says there's no costs, but there are. Right there is, first of all, the prop firm cost, okay? $1,000 to $1,400. Next. All right, here's another commenter. And see, I'm just peeling these off of Jono's own comments section. This isn't something I'm coming up with all by myself. No. I'm just peeling it off of his. Now, I have no idea if they're going to be on there tomorrow, because I wouldn't doubt it if he'll just rip them off like he did mine. God knows. Who knows? Anyways, there's this fellow saying, I just watched the video on this site. It states $9.97 to the prop firm for evaluation. Which of the several firms is the video talking about? Well, if you look at the video, it says FTMO, MFF, and several others. So, and you have the choice as to which one you wish to go to. Well, isn't that interesting? Because his story changes. Actually, when he was blipping off to me, he says, and I shall show you, that he has these prop firms all set up. They're all just going to pass you. They're all good with traders doing it for you. Excuse me. So, but in his videos, he shows, oh no, we do FTMO, MFF, and several of the others. Excuse me, I just need a sip of water. I've got a heck of a sore throat. So number 1, he could be using any types of firms, God only knows. But, if he were actually paying off a prop firm, that would be like paying off a bank. He would go down like a ton of bricks and end up in criminal jail. 2, what are all the other prop firms that the traders are willing to pass evaluation for? Well, as I said, there's quite a few. And it's not wrong to, and it's not wrong to use EAs in prop firms, but that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about traders passing your account for you. Now, number 3 is a whole different thing. Where can we read the details on the 100% money back guarantee? Well, if they don't make that publicly available to you before you purchase the product, can you not see the problem in that? You go into this and you don't even know what the money back guarantee is. Okay, here's what I've seen on other scams, and I'm not saying this one, but I'm just saying I've seen it on other scams, is they'll pass it for you, and then for whatever reason they'll lose. Then they've got your upfront costs, because that's what they're really after in account management. And then what they'll do is they'll fail it, and they'll say, "Damn, it was just one of those variations in the market. It was just a really bad day and it happened. But guess what? We're not on the line for that. You just need to buy another prop firm challenge, and we'll forge ahead with it." What? That means another $1,000 to $1,400 for you. And you're just going to have to keep paying it and paying it and paying it. Well, they continue to bilk you out of how much per month? $1,500? Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Now, this goes on interesting. In number 4, the site video says something about $200 per support inquiry. I'm unable to rewind it. Do y'all have phone support? And will y'all deduct support fees from profits monthly just like your other fees? Oh my God. Okay. So they're keeping all these people siloized, so they can't talk to each other, okay? They can't share notes, they can't talk to each other. Then when things start going south, they're going to have to be paying $200 a piece for support? Who charges for support? I've never seen this before in my life. But if things are going south and you're desperate because you've just put all this money out at Christmas time and your family is relying on it, and then just to get support, you're paying $200 a pop. And what if you don't have that kind of money? What are a lot of people going to end up doing at the end of this? Jonah's going to have blood on his hands, as far as I'm concerned. That is just my opinion. So basically, for the nothing you're going to have to pay anymore. Now, you're going to have to pay the prop firm fees. God only knows how many times, because it's going to be every time I've got further stuff here. Shows every time that they fail it, you're going to have to dish that up. $200 per, as it says, per support inquiry. And then he also says on another video, there's going to be $70 a month for the VPS. So much for his promises about, once you pay this money, no other money you're going to have to pay at all. Number 5, a slide in the site video showed how prop firms keep 90% of the profits. So actually, no, that's not correct. They keep 10% as per that slide. And actually, that's not right. They usually keep 20%. So yeah. Sorry, you got it messed up there, dude. 6. Does the $1,500 per month Infinity product also support using all other prop firms too? Jonah doesn't directly address this, but no, it wouldn't, because not all prop firms accept EAs. Quite a few do, but not all of them. So you can't really expect that out of anybody, really. 7. Ooh, this is good. Y'all carry insurance or contingency plans? Oh, let me get the next slide. It shows it better. There we go. Number 7. Y'all carry insurance or contingency plans? Like, what if they all died in a bus or airplane crash, all 4 of them together? Okay, that may seem a little bit far-fetched, and you might all laugh at that, but okay, what if they just go belly up? Then what happens to you? Do you have any ways to get that guarantee money back? What are those terms and conditions? I can tell you, you're not going to get your money back. Nobody from either of his previous Ministry of Freedom or Prometheus ever got their money back. So you can bet he's got a loophole in there. It's a done deal. And it's cool if we start a user community group like Discord. No, it's not. And as I say, that is a huge red flag, because then you won't be able to communicate with anybody. You won't know how badly this is all going when it goes south, and you will get drugged down and you'll have no one to help you out. All you'll have is these $200 per payment support people. And even if they don't charge for it, it still keeps you alone and out there and by yourself. But look, you've got a lot of other, costs out there as well. So he asks, and he's very, very nice about it, start a user community group like Discord. I mean, doesn't that sound like a nice thing to do? Thank you again. Cheers. Jonah Armstrong. I don't have time to answer all these questions. I suggest you book a live call here, or book a call here. Really? These are all very good questions. Why don't you want to answer them, Jonah? They're really, really good. So, here's another video, and you can see all the videos here. I don't even have to tell you. I mean, they're right there. So you hear this guy. Hi again, Jonah. Answer that even human traders fail. I agree. I have my own experience of that. My question and wonder is, you say that it is good traders with a lot of good results which get through the evaluation. It is not robots. Then I thought that also these traders were supposed to be personally trading, basically. And he says, never mind, these traders use a robot, which makes a profit. Let's go. So he kind of backs down on that one. But yeah, are there actual human being trading? Well, if anybody sends me your set files, you can use my Telegram channel. It's or my Telegram contact. It's in the description. It's in every one of my descriptions. can always get a hold of me. Send me the set files. I'll tell you. Anyways, so you say that, good traders, a lot of results, they don't get through the evaluation. They don't always. And really, where is he getting these traders, these imaginary traders from? Seriously. He's hired this pool of talent. Maybe he scalped them away from a trading firm. What are their accreditations? Really? Okay. If he hasn't hired them away from a firm, and you don't have any firm going, woohoo, yay, or any traders going, woohoo, yay, I just got a job doing this. This is so cool, yay, yay, yay. Of course, now he'll probably fake some out, but he hasn't said anything about the traders. And even if he does, I'd like to see, actual university papers showing that they are accredited. Because if they're not, then how good are they? Really, that's what it comes down to. How good are these traders? And how can they handle that many accounts? Can you imagine what it's like to juggle that many accounts? Because I can. I've always got at least a couple demos going at the same time, all the time, testing out EAs and my manual trading. So, wow, yeah, this takes a lot. Now, for a professional, of course, they can do more than me. But how many? We've got 200 people being onboarded here. Oh, and we've only got his word for it that it's only 200 people. If any of you are signed up to his email posts, you will see, he was hammering it that 1 week he was selling it. Oh, only so many spaces left. Only so many spaces left. Oh my God. We got trained on that false scarcity tactic so often. And then he tried again the next day. Oh, some wicked computer glitch, blah, blah, blah. We'll have to open it up for another 30. Do you actually think it's just 230? We have no proof. They never show proof. Of course they're not gonna, because they're making the money hand over fist. It's just blows your mind. So if we think it's only 200 people that this guy has gotten in, no. It's far more than that, because look at it. He had 200 and then he went on for the next day and said, oh, I've got this extra 30 seats. Well, we were taught that in Ministry of Freedom. So that's the way to keep the campaign going for an extra day. And that's how you get a bunch more people, even if you're only offering limited seating. Nobody's going to know how many seats you've already got. Well, that also applies for the first offering. Nobody knows how many seats you've actually got. So you can oversell that all you want. You could get sky's the limit, sell all you want. And then he kept it open for another day. So, how many traders has this guy got working for him? What qualifications? Oh, that just brings in a whole boatload of questions. So if you're going to do business with a company that's going to be handling all this money for you, wouldn't you want to know what this guy's asking in Section 8? What's the name of the entity that Infinity is receiving credit card payments to? Okay, so what's the company behind Infinity? That's what this guy's asking. And where is it registered? What's wrong with asking that? I don't have time to answer these questions. I suggest you book a call here. That's avoidance. You're never going to get an answer to that question. And we look at, the rest of his question here. And don't ask me why, but the old system of the brothel house came in here. The whorehouse, the old Western times and such like that. Basically, ladies went in there to make money. What they didn't realize is that the brothel owner would be charging them for every meal they made, their bread, their board, their bedroom. Even if that bedroom had to be shared with males, whatever, it's your bedroom, you get to pay for it. Every piece of clothing that they wore to, have the males come to them, whatever. Every little thing. So that by the end of the month, they actually are in debt to the whoremaster for more than what they've actually made. And then they have to try and catch up. This is a never-ending circle. And they just keep getting more and more in debt. Or if they have a good month, they might make a couple bucks. But, back then times rather. but it's not likely. I mean, usually you just go further and further in debt. So it's interesting how whorehouses used to work back then, and now we're seeing someone saying, "Come unto me, you can make money here. However, you're gonna have to pay this back, and you have to pay that back. You have to pay the prop firm fee back. You're gonna have to pay the $200 for call if that's true. $70 a month for sure for a VPS. And if they fail the challenge, what's going to happen? Are you going to have to keep paying those 1,500? Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Those fees for the prop firms over and over and over again, being $997 to nearly $1,400. This is going to get you in deeper and deeper and deeper. And then, because you have no community to reach out to at all, you're only going to be stuck with Jono's support system that he has put in place. What does this tell you? Now, I would just like you to see here a final slide here. And this is from my website. If you look back onto my part 1 of the Infinity System review, then you'll see this comment come up from someone I don't even know. And he says, if an internet marketer like Jono is telling you it's easy and simple and that anyone could do it, then I would not buy it. He says in his course, Ministry of Freedom. Yes, this is what he teaches in his course, Ministry of Freedom. We sell shiny objects to people because they won't do anything with them. They will buy it, so sell it to them because they're going to buy it. And I replied under, yes, I learned the exact same thing from the same course. Yes, I have been through the Ministry of Freedom course, and that is precisely what they teach in regards to launch jacking and to making sure you keep putting out shiny objects so that people will just keep buying and buying and buying. Well, Jono, of course, has got this to a fine system, and now he's pumping out this really high-priced item. Highest yet on Warrior Plus. Be careful. We've all learned how to do it, any of us that were in Ministry of Freedom. And I'm sorry, fortunately, I never actually did get sales out of that, and I don't care to now. So, there you go. I will see you next time. Please check out the description for my previous video, and please share your experiences. Share your experiences and your opinions with this stuff. Everybody needs to know this. And the more you like and subscribe also to this channel, the more it pushes up in the YouTube algorithm and the more people might see it. And the more things that you express, the more things that people will see about this scam. So please do comment if you can. Thank you so very much.